Very latest on the deadly stabbing spree in the city in just a moment, but we are standing by for some breaking news in President-elect Trump's hush money conviction. We are waiting for word from Judge Juan Merchan, who is expected to rule on whether to throw out President-elect Trump's hush money conviction. Prosecutors are set to tell the judge whether they do believe that the criminal hush money trial case against incoming president should proceed to sentencing or be dismissed altogether. Fox 6's Morgan McKay is following this case. So, Morgan, what are you hearing as of right now?
Yeah, Bianca. So there are a few different ways things could go today. So let's break down what we are waiting for. So usually sentencings happen right after a conviction. You'll remember in May, a jury convicted President-elect Donald Trump on 34 counts of falsifying business records in an effort to influence a 2016 presidential election. But sentencing was delayed because of a Supreme Court ruling and because the judge didn't want to influence this election. So the sentencing was postponed to November 26th, next week. The judge was considering arguments from both prosecutors and Trump's legal team about how the Supreme Court's presidential immunity ruling affected the case. Trump's team argued that some of the evidence used in the trial was while Trump was in office, therefore violating this ruling, while prosecutors argued that there was more to this case than these pieces of evidence that Trump's team was referring to. Well, while the judge was considering these arguments, Trump won the election. Right after Trump's lawyers filed another motion arguing that Trump can no longer be sentenced because he is set to be president. The judge last week was supposed to issue a ruling on whether he was going to go through with the sentencing date on November 26, but decided instead to give prosecutors a week to respond to this new motion made by Trump's team. So what could happen today? Well, prosecutors could come out and say that they agree with Trump's team that the case should be dismissed now that Trump is president. The judge could then look at this and immediately say, I agree, and dismiss the conviction. Prosecutors could also say, no, let's move forward with this case. And the judge in response could say, I need more time to consider. He could move to postpone the sentencing to after Trump leaves office in 4 years, or he could grant a sentence of unconditional discharge, which would leave the conviction intact but free Trump from any prison time, fines, or probation. Obviously, all of this is unprecedented, and we're still awaiting a decision. Bianca?